Hi everyone, this is Teacher Adam and welcome back to this channel. So for today's video, we are going to discuss present simple questions focusing on do and does. Okay, to start with, look at the table on the board. Let's have factual information number 1. Factual information number 1, we're going to study the word order. Commonly, in a regular sentence, we have like the subject, verb, and the object. Since we are studying present simple question, the word order should be auxiliary verb. Then next is subject and the main verb. If we're going to use the auxiliary verb do, we must have the subject I, we, you, or they. And if we're going to use the auxiliary verb does, we should have the subject he, she, and it. And factual information number 2. In using the verb, we should always use the base form. I've got here some example. Let's try having the first one. Do you eat vegetable? We have used auxiliary verb do plus the subject you, and our main verb is eat and other information which is vegetable. So, do you eat vegetable? So the second example we have here is the auxiliary verb does. So for the auxiliary verb does, we have the subject she and the main verb which is have, and other information which is a car. So the complete question is, does she have a car? So we have to bear in mind that we are going to use auxiliary verb do for plural subject like here, you, they, and we. And for does, we have to use singular like she. So another pattern in making simple present question is the use of WH question plus auxiliary verb, subject, and main verb. So the different kind of WH questions are listed on the board. So we have here what, why, who, where, when, and how. For how, we can say how much, how often, and how many. So let's try having some example with the use of what. Okay, so let's select an auxiliary verb. So let's have do, for example. Since we are using do, we must have a plural subject. Let's have you. And let's select now the main verb is do. So our example is, what do you do? Okay, let's have the second example. Try using does. Okay, let's select from WH question, where does. So since we're using does, we need to select a singular form of subject. So let's have she. And now let's select a main verb which is live. So our second example is, where does she live? Since I mentioned earlier that we can use or we can say how much, how many, and how often, let's try using how often. Then let's use some of the subject here. Let's try using they. And since we have one main verb here left, we can use play. So how often do they play? Plus other activities, for example, or other information. So like tennis, basketball. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked and learned something. Please comment down below for other information that you need to know. Sayonara!